Ready? About to get this money. In and out just like last time. Anything pop off, get up out of there.
We driving real slow, and we don't ever let nobody know when we about to motherfucking blow. Shit, pull your mask down, get ready to go. And we driving real slow, and we don't ever let nobody know.
Let's move on to our next story. Let's see. So, what do we want to go with?
The beautiful. To like quickly jump in there, I feel like one of the things that also is very, very, very important that we as a community need to understand is supporting each other's organizations. For example, there's many organizations out there, and I'll name one, Santor, who deal with the mental issues that the community doesn't want to talk about because of its taboo status. It's very concerning when it's unacceptable for individuals to say, hey, I'm feeling a lot sadder than I usually am. Like
that's a very good point.
I have depression, or I have anxiety. Or in certain stages, I have like a fear of, I have panic attacks where I feel like I'm going to die, and I'm the only one who can feel like this, and I feel like my whole world, do you know what I mean? Like,
people are going around undiagnosed for the longest time because
misdiagnosing as well. Like you can say, oh, this individual has bipolar, or this individual has,
or even undiagnosed. Nobody's going to tell you to
and try and box it into something. Like it really does affect these things, and parents need to understand to support their kids in this as well, to try and make sure that they understand themselves a lot more better and not pressurize them into things. A lot of people are living a pressured life because they feel like they need to impress. Just be, man. Really just be.
You know what my biggest pet peeve? I won't even get into that. That could be a whole different episode, man. If you get me started on mental illness and in the Somali community, as well as the Muslim community, my biggest pet peeve, by the way, is just whenever somebody ever says, hey, I am not feeling well. I'm dealing with some type of mental issue at the moment. You know what? It's the devil.
Jinn bakujiro.
You know what I mean? It always goes back to that. And yes, there are cases separate. There is such thing as a shaitan possessing you or jinn. There is, but not every single time does it have to be that? Can the person not have to be dealing with anxiety? Period?
I think it's just because they don't deal with a case by case kind of thing, right? It's more, these symptoms are totally different from these, but you know what? You know what I mean? Like and it's not cool. I mean, mental illness is a thing.
Knowledge production as well. Like a lot of people are not educated or too hip on understanding or picking up on certain things, or if a person's habit changes or they become a lot more reclusive, they're not really engaged in society as too much. They're not really themselves in terms of being outwardly being, just being an individual. They start to use the identity of being an individual, and then you turn into something else. You turn to, if you're in an industry, and you turn to become a product for a placement for your music or for your films or whatever that you do. You're just a continuous plug for whatever endorsement that you get, or whatever song that you sing, or whatever pop chart that you're at, or whatever film that you're pushing. You always become so many different things. So I feel like those type of issues, the reason that I mentioned it is because a lot of people go through it. And it's very important to understand that element and really educate themselves and educate family members, like young people, also educating elders and mothers and that. That's why I mentioned Santur. It's a great organization.
What's it called, Santur?
Santur, it's based Birmingham, I believe, in England, and they really do target not only the young demographic who really don't understand why things are happening to them, or feel like they can't go anywhere, but also to an older generation. So they're specialized in that and well educated, who have their degrees, and they're from prominent institutions. And they're really giving back.
All right, Google it up, guys. Google it up. Google's your friend. So use it to your advantage. Santur, right? Yeah, inshallah. All right, so let's move on.
halkii aan ku ababiyo hargeysiyo burcoy heedhe